the German Horton Ho 18, as you can see from the picture there. Doesn't it look very similar to the American Northrop YB 49? And I wonder if that's because after World War II, when the Northrop was built, they'd taken the German scientists that had built the German version over to America, and they're going to build an American version. The corruption has been going on for a long time. Here's a rather worrying fact, if you think about it. Since 1990, 1,433 people have died following police contact. Not a single cop has been convicted of manslaughter. You're 8 times more likely to be killed by a cop than a terrorist. Metropolitan Police working to get away with murder in London. Malcolm X warned us more than 50 years ago. This is the media, an irresponsible media. It will make the criminal look like he's the victim and make the victim look like he's the criminal. If you aren't careful, the media will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. This wave for tons of cash, guaranteed higher than inflation, results in 2019 run an NHS hospital car park. Easily the most lucrative money spinner in decades. Big Earners magazine. Just look at these returns, you'll be coining it in. New car parking charges: 1 hour £90, 2 hours £50, 3 hours £60, 4 hours £70, 5 hours £90, 9 hours £92, 24 hours £95. Lost ticket, charge at daily rate. Charges applied 24 hours a day. Big gains. Your year on financial year. Real testimony from real assholes. Since I started running Fulchester's General Car Park, I've raked in over £19,000 per week. I pick the hours I want to, then just sit back and watch the lovely lolly roll in. Mr. F.U. London. NHS car park franchises. It's like taking candy from a worried relative. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Television, fluoride, chlorine, Wi-Fi, smart meters, microwaves, mercury, aluminium, e-cigs, x-rays, chemotherapy, pharmaceuticals, plastic, CAT scans, ultrasound, chemtrails, radiation, 5G, flu shots, birth control, alcohol, GMOs, vaccines, aspartame, amino sweet, MSG, refined sugar, non-GMOs, pesticides, canola oil, food dyes, styrofoam, high fructose corn syrup. Eton College, producing thieves, criminals and paedophiles since 1440. Exclusive. Largest paedophile ring in history. 70,000 members, heads of state. Millions read the news today. The paedophile ring busted on the earlier article about the FBI actually ran in it from several weeks, expanding it, drawing in tens of thousands. Those who read it thought they knew. They thought they were getting the story, but is so often the case, the truth goes so much further. When veterans today tied the murder of Supreme Court Justice Anthony Scalia to a White House blackmail plot and a strange take involving the Kesh Foundation, it became clear that the highest and most powerful in Europe, the US and around the world, were tied together in a web of ritual child abuse on a massive scale. Today's story is one more aspect of this. VT's involvement goes back to 1991 when key VT staffers worked for American intelligence community. A GOP high-level staffer approached the CIA claiming that President George H.W. Bush was being blackmailed. It was said that the president was at a political fundraiser in St. Louis where, unknown to the president, top GOP campaigners, donors, were having sex with young males, some of whom had been spirited away from Boys Town in Nebraska of Father Flanagan fame. Doctors and cops among 227 arrested in human trafficking online prostitution sting in Florida. Polk County. A week-long undercover sting targeting human trafficking and online prostitution in Polk County ended with 227 arrests that included doctors, pharmacists and law enforcement officers. That's the most we have ever arrested in the history of the Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Grady Judd said. Operation No Tricks, No Treats started last Tuesday, October 10, and ran through Monday, October 16th. During that time, undercover detectives posted fake ads or profiles online posing as prostitutes or someone who solicits prostitutes. Other detectives responded to profiles and ads posted by prostitutes. According to the Sheriff's Office, 51 of the arrests were related to those who advertised as prostitutes online, and 209 of the arrests were those who solicited undercover detectives posing as prostitutes. 17 arrests were made for other offences. Lawyer who defended paedophiles found guilty of raping children. I think that says it all, really, doesn't it? I think we all know that. A lawyer who represented defendants accused of sexual offences has himself been jailed for molesting children. Michael Pulsford, 68, abused 3 boys and 3 girls while he was a Christian youth group leader between 74 and 89. The victims, who were aged between 12 and 15, were abused in Wiltshire, Hampshire and the Isle of Wight. Pulsford admitted 16 counts of indecent assault. He was sentenced to 8 years and 8 months in prison. Southampton Crown Court heard Pulsford groomed children while he was viewed as a pillar of the community during summer camps at his home and in his office. His victim described Pulsford as of Corsham in Wiltshire as the evil manipulator who had taken their childhood innocence by abusing his position of trust. Now, I wouldn't normally do this, but you'll see why. Police want to speak to these 3 men about the brutal assault of an 18-year-old woman in Manchester's gay village. These are the 3 men police want to speak to in connection with the assault of a teenager in Manchester gay village. This is a better picture of the 3 here. You can see them. Shocking footage released by police investigating the attack on 18-year-old Gabrielle Walsh shows the moment she was punched unconscious. Her friend Kyle McEwen, 18, was also attacked and they seemed to collapse onto the road. Investigating officers have now released an additional image of the 3 men they are keen to speak to in connection with the attack. Senior investigation officers Constable Ben Lomax of Greater Manchester Police City Centre Division described the assault as a cowardly attack. Clearly there were rumours people who not only witnessed this attack but will have seen the 3 men hastily departing the scene shortly after, he said. Several good Samaritans came to the aid of the victims shortly after the attack, for which we are grateful. UK politician who lobbied for gender-neutral toilets charged with child sex abuse. Middlesbrough, North Yorkshire, England. An English town councillor who hopes to make government-owned facilities gender-neutral has been charged with 9 accounts of sexually touching a child. David Smith, 30, represents Colby Newham, a suburb of Middlesbrough in the Yorkshire town's local government or council. Since his arrest, he has resigned from membership of the Conservative Party, but not from his position. According to the BBC, Smith is due in court on August 7th. He denies the charges. I completely reject these spurious allegations, and removing myself from the party will ensure I can focus all my efforts on fighting to clear my name, he said. Smith also called the accusations damaging lies. According to local news website Teesside Live, last month Smith asked the Mayor of Middlesbrough to introduce gender-neutral washrooms in the Middlesbrough Council buildings. Last month he produced a statement announcing his meeting with the Mayor and reminding readers that the issue of gender-neutral toilets was part of his campaign. On Tuesday, June 18th, I'm meeting Middlesbrough Mayor Andy Preston, and one of the issues I will bring up is one of the included the local election campaign gender-neutral toilets, he stated. Smith explained that the interest in toilets stemmed from interactions with transgender and non-binary people in the area. Though my time as interacting with local transgender and non-binary people, I've seen firsthand the difficulties faced by these individuals when accessing public toilets and changing rooms, he said. If they're in the council, they're almost certainly crooked. Telegraph. Hunt set to freeze Iran assets in it taunts UK. After it taunts UK. Get behind Boris or we'll be out, Rudd tells Hammond. Cost of care for relatives doubles in a decade. Express. Iran taunts Britain with hijack video as we send nuclear sub. Boris already hit by Remain revolt. Rebel Tory MPs refuse to pledge loyalty in stormy secret meeting. But at last Hammond is packing his bags. The fail. Raised eyebrows as Bojo puts in hefty bill for furniture at number 10. New bed for Boris on the taxpayer. Well, that's what they do every time. They have everything on us. He's 6 months... Oh, parasites. Waste of paper. Star. Dying Ripper. Get well card. 250 hit... Yeah. Exclusive. Lag 70. Hits out OAP... beats up Tommy Robinson in jail. Absolute waste of paper. The Observer. Johnson warned, focus on Iran crisis or risk descent into war. Ex-naval chief claims UK and over ministers have been discredited by Brexit. Aaron Banks Netflix threat over film on data scandal. The Sunday Times. Revealed Home Office in cash for passport scandal. I mean, the Home Office is corrupt as well. Well, shock, not. Stop no deal. Secret EU drive to woo Boris. 5 nations in contact with Johnson team. Let's avert catastrophe, says Irish Deputy PM. The moment Iran struck Britain. I don't talk shit. Ministers took eye but off ball over Iran threat. As you can see, I'll let you do that. And finally, don't forget the one at the top. Time for another little snotty-nosed Etonian softcock to run the country again.